Why are you committing to Haiti when we have a problem back home? Is it an irony that you are putting the fire in the faraway neighbor's home when when our own home is on fire?
Yes, during Ruto's visit in the United States of America, a Citizen TV journalist, Abdul Kadir, asked a difficult question. In fact, very many people came out to praise Abdul Kadir, to come out and say that he has asked a question which very many people feared to ask. But this is not true, because that same question has been asked by different journalists, and it has been answered by William Ruto severally in Kenya. Okay? And what makes it special that it was answered in White House? That's the only difference. But that question has been asked severally to government officials and to the president. As very many people think that it was an idea of Citizen TV to send Abdul Kadir so that he can ask such questions, I have gathered information that indeed it is William Ruto's making that Abdul Kadir asked that question. So in this episode, I've come to talk about why Abdul Kadir asked such question in front of William Ruto and Joe Biden, what it means for Kenyan politics, and most importantly, the study materials we can learn from the politics of Kenya. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. So we all know that William Ruto got a state visit, which has come after almost 20 years without an African president getting a state visit. And during this visit, Joe Biden had some cordial relationship and talkings with William Ruto. And they inked some deals which are going to benefit Kenya. But during a press conference, a Citizen TV journalist came out and asked William Ruto a question, which very many people took as rude, which very many people took as if he was asking a different question. And in this video, I've come to say that was not a different question, and it was a plan by William Ruto. Before I speak on this, let me first give you the tape when Abdul Kadir was asking such questions. Here's the tape.
Follow up to my president, Dr. Ruto. You said that Kenya is committed, and in your Carter speech in Atlanta, you said it's based on humanitarianism, helping Haiti out. But can you explain the geopolitical goal, 12,000 kilometers away from Nairobi, when schools in the counties of Baringo, West Pokot, and Turkana have not yet opened because of the banditry problem, yet you are committing our national police force to Haiti, and where is the priority? This being one of your major manifesto pillars, talking about security, and to the extent that even the Defense Cabinet Secretary talked about the deployment of, if need be, the Kenyan military or the special personnel to make sure that schools are reopened, children go to school in areas that are bandit prone in Kenya. Why are you committing to Haiti when we have a problem back home? Is it an irony that you are putting the fire in the faraway neighbor's home when when our own home is on fire?
Thank you very much. I made a commitment to the people of Kenya to sort out insecurity in the North Rift. I have followed that with action. As we talk, there are 3,000 military officers in the North Rift, 2,000 police officers in the North Rift. We have renovated the first 15 schools and completed. We have reopened 20 schools already that were closed in the North Rift, and that exercise is ongoing. We have made tremendous progress in making sure that we create security at home, but that does not take away our responsibility. Even as we were deploying troops and policemen in our own country, in North Rift, to sort out the banditry problem, we still deployed 1,000 troops to DRC Congo, because that is our neighborhood. We have 5,000 troops in Somalia, because equally that is our responsibility. And Haiti should not be an exception. That's why deploying 1,000 security men to Haiti speaks to the same belief and commitment to peace and security.
That is Abdul Kadir. We all know that there is a plan of sending Kenyan soldiers and policemen to Haiti to keep law and order because they are now suffering against gangs. The state is not so strong to keep Haiti secure. And he asked a question that how come they are sending policemen in Kenya yet it has failed to put security in Kenya? And for me, I two things. There is no journalist who would have accessed that building, especially journalists from other countries, most specific from Kenya, without a gate pass from the state of Kenya. That is William Ruto. Let nobody lie to you. And by inviting Kenyan journalists and social media journalists, it was a confirmation that William Ruto wanted these journalists to ask these questions. In fact, if you look at closely, you see that he wanted this question to be asked, so that in the eyes of Joe Biden, it looks like very many people are opposing Kenya to send policemen to Haiti, so that William Ruto can increase his bargaining tool to say that, look, Joe Biden, even my own country is against sending policemen, but I've decided as the president, so you must give me this and this and this and this. That's why among the deals which were made by Joe Biden and Ruto was even to fight a debt. We all know that Kenya is the biggest debtor in East Africa. So the question that were asked by Abdul Kadir, it was by design. Why is it that such questions were not asked by any other Kenyan journalist? It's because it was in plan. So people who come out to say that Abdul Kadir asked very difficult questions don't know how politics work, especially when you are going to go to State House, one of the houses which project power around the world, that you can go and ask any question, especially when you're coming from a third world country. Is there dreaming? So for me, I think those questions were asked because it was permission from William Ruto. So there is no any magic. Okay. In fact, very many people attacked Abdul Kadir that why did he ask such question. One of the very few politicians who can answer every question, however difficult it is William Ruto. Based on the experience he has in politics, based on the experience he has in administration, he cannot fail to answer any question. There are few such people in the Kenyan political arena. And he will give you an answer which best fits your question. So any person must not fear to ask President William Ruto a question because he's a wise man. He has a lot of experience in politics since 1992. Such a person cannot be taken for granted and that he can fail to answer such a question. Of course, that's my opinion. Drop me your comments by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I implore you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.